Hey there, welcome again to Radio Free Decipher, broadcast on that technological marvel, Internet Radio. I'm Kyle Hoyer, and with me as always,
Evan Lorenz. Hey. Thanks for waiting out the week for us while we all did our little picnic Decipher employee festive,
oh, that's right, that was last Friday.
Yeah.
I don't remember much of it.
Also known as the second annual Die of Heat Stroke Day. And we held true to form and had, this year, Kyle is one of the proud fallen.
You know what, though? I don't think I had heat stroke, though, because I wasn't, throwing up and passing out and all that stuff. But I was on my way.
You were lightheaded and busy.
Yeah, we went out and golfed all morning, and so I was out in the sun all morning, and then I had to block Tom Lischke in basketball. Yeah. And, I'm 6 foot, and he's 6'7" or some ridiculous thing. He was slamming on the, everyone, and I had that, dubious task. Yeah. So
it may be a little hard to get sympathy from the audience, given that we were getting paid to go to a picnic.
Yeah, whatever.
So, but there you have it, the picnic.
Yeah.
And we're back now.
Yes.
Then
we're gone again next week.
Yes, and some of us are gone this week. So let's kind of talk about where people are and where people are going.
Sure.
This weekend, Mark Tuttle, our recent semi-regular guest host here on RFD, is attending CN Anime in Toronto.
That's right. He's actually taking that show off my hands. I was scheduled to go to that show, but it was getting to be a little much, A
little too much dot hack karaoke?
Well, no, I really enjoyed it. It's just, on the road 6 out of 8 weeks.
It is a lot.
It was a lot. So Mark said he would take that over for me. He's got a bunch of distributors that he can meet with up there in Canada and stuff. And so he is up there with a bunch of guys, and they are demoing dot hack Enemy to everybody that wants to stop by and get demos. They're handing out a free promo card for dot hack.
Are they?
Whoa.
I didn't know about that.
Whoa.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a funny story. Here, I'll tell it real quick.
Okay.
It's not that funny, but I'm going to tell it anyway.
Okay.
For those of you that noticed, when we put up the demo decks on the .hack enemy.com website, there is one of the decks has a card that is not playable in either of the decks.
Right.
So that was a big goof on really sort of my part, but I won't go into that whole big explanation. But so what we did is we had also printed out a ton of physical decks for all of those cards on cardstock paper, not real trading card game cardstock, but thick. It's not like paper cards.
Right.
And as we were collating them, we realized that, this card isn't playable. So we took that one card out of both of the decks.
And now it's a promo.
So now it's a promo card that they're handing out at this anime show up in Toronto.
Of course, this card is actually part of the set. It's not an exclusive promo.
Right.
But,
it's not even a real promo card. It's just a card that was supposed to be in this demo deck that we're sending out to all of our volunteers and stuff that we didn't want to send in those decks.
More of an object of interest, but
exactly.
But definitely cool. Something you can get that nobody else will have yet.
Exactly. So it's kind of a fun little, quirky, fun thing that they're going to be handing out. So they're also going to be, on the Bandai booth, just like all these other anime shows, and teaching people and having a good time. So giving away T-shirts, all kinds of fun stuff.
And they have power in Toronto now, so.
And SARS. Oh.
No. Sorry, all of you who didn't get to listen to. Well, there wasn't an RFD anyway last week, but sorry, all of those of you who were back in the Stone Age at the end of last week.
Right.
That was kind of no fun, I would imagine.
So, Mark Tuttle, Toronto.
Yes, Mark Tuttle, Toronto,
weekend.
And then next weekend, DragonCon, which is a fun show down in Atlanta. I regret that I don't get to go anymore.
Yeah, it's a good show.
But you will be down there along with
most of the guys in the marketing department.
Okay.
Everybody but Sean Smallman, I think.
Okay.
Kendrick, Dan, Trevor, Kevin, myself.
And you'll be doing the usual array of high-profile tournaments as well as a Call to Arms pre-release.
There will be a Call to Arms pre-release. There will be a Premier Series tournament. There will be, for Lord of the Rings, there will be a Maiden Voyage for Star Trek.
Okay.
There will be, bajillions of other things. The really, really fun rolling booster draft on the Decipher booth. So.
Very nice.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
Okay. Well, I hope you enjoy that.
So I will be AWOL next week.
Okay, which means there probably won't be an RFD, but we'll remind you of that again at the end of the broadcast.
Right.
Now, speaking of those Call to Arms pre-releases, the one happening at Atlanta is only one of many that will be taking place next week.
True.
Both internationally and domestically. and that product has already been in the warehouse and on its way, so I think we will not have, hopefully, the hassles that we had for the last pre-release. We kind of had some people not get their product, but we are well on top of it this time and had a big response for this particular pre-release event, so be sure to attend if there's one in your area.
There's a Ducat.
There is a Ducat involved. The AI Ducat that is given out with these pre-releases is an alternate image version of a rare card in Call to Arms, different image, missing the lore, which is kind of unfortunate to me because I really like the lore of the Ducat in the set, but
instead it says
Call to Arms release. Yes, yeah. So there you go. But yeah, you'll want to pick up that card. It's going to be a neat collector item that's available here through this pre-release tournament structure.
And you know what really makes me excited too is that there is a smoothie place that opened up right downstairs, and I am enjoying a mango pineapple smoothie.
Yeah, he really seems to have more attention on his smoothie than on this broadcast.
It's so good.
Very, very nice. Yeah, like every Decipherian tried it on Tuesday when it opened. It was like office away from office down there on Tuesday lunch.
It's very good.
So that was really a terrible way to interrupt the beautiful segue that I was about to make into online Trek, but that's okay.
Anyways, Evan was on Wednesday night sitting at my computer at the house, typing away like a madman, interrupting us, Mike and I, watching Mission Impossible, and he was just bang, bang, bang on the keys all night. Now, why on earth were you interrupting our Mission Impossible?
Well, because Mission Impossible was a really terrible movie. No, because I caught him a smoothie in his mouth.
I almost spit smoothie all over the microphone.
That was good. No, I was on because on Wednesday they launched the entire Call to Arms set 3 weeks before its printed release date on the online CCG, and as many of you who go there will know, the cards are already there. As some of you who frequent the Call to Arms message board will know, spoilers are rapidly flowing from people who have caught their cards online. But here's your chance, a week and a half in advance of the pre-release tournaments and 3 weeks ahead of the release date, to completely see everything there is to see in the Call to Arms set.
What were people most excited about last night?
Well, there were all sorts of, invariably when we do these questions, people want to know about the current set right up until the moment where they get to see all the cards, whether that happens by online release, spoiler, whatever it is. Once they see all the cards, it's immediately what's going to be the next set, which we really can't get into.
So how many times did you say, let's stay on focus?
A few times. I'll tell you, there were a lot of people there, and I actually was very grateful to see the enthusiasm there. There was a very large crowd in there. Scott Martins from Digital Deck was telling us it was a nice turnout, but it was hard to keep track. Messages just kept scrolling and scrolling, and it was hard to, lots of crosstalk, but enthusiasm, so it was good, but a little tough. It demanded some focus to sit there and answer questions. But people wanted to know.
Hence the bang, bang, bang on the
keyboard. Hence the bang, 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 and the little or no response when you guys would talk to me, or perhaps the sniffiness when you would talk to me, because all my effort was on following the conversation. But people wanted to know what our favorite cards were, what our favorite concepts, were there cards that got cut that were interesting, that were broken, that people were just interested. How long does it take to design? And then, of course, a whole bunch of questions about what was coming next that we can't, unfortunately, get into too much detail on just yet. But there was a lot of enthusiasm about the set. It was very exciting for me, and hopefully for all of you who are now using those cards on the online CCG.
That's fun.
All right. So there you go. Check that out.
In other news,
he choked on smoothie.
In other news, we have Chuck Kallenbach has been doing a fantastic series of articles on the .hackenemy.com website.
Yes, more spoilery goodness. He's been doing a series of design logs that you can get on that new website, as you mentioned. And
talking about all things .hack, and he's spoiling, like I said, spoiling cards, talking about rules,
talking about
people
design process.
Right, exactly.
They're really good articles, and I highly recommend them. Even if you're not yet into the game, for which that's an entirely different issue. But even if you're not yet following the game, it's of interest to people about games in general. You really get some insights there from Chuck, who's been doing it quite a long time.
That's right. And remember, for those that are interested, .hack Enemy releases October 15th. That is not that far away. It's less than 2 months.
We're nearly at September here. It's crazy. So
I'm really excited about it. But the unfortunate thing is that for those of you that didn't know, we only have the North American license for .hack Enemy.
That's right.
And so we're going to release this game at the same time that we leave for Essen, Germany, where we can't promote it.
Right. Yeah.
So the game will have just released when we're all out of the country, not able to promote it and talk about it. So,
nice.
I mean, obviously we'll be able to talk about it and stuff.
Yes.
So,
in other words, contraband.
Yeah, there'll be the secret black ops room in the background, in the back somewhere, where you have to have the password to get in, and then we'll demo it.
They'll be packing .hack cards into barrels and loading them on steamliners to cross the Atlantic. And no.
Anyways, what else we got to talk about? The Countdown Collection.
Yes, that actually begins on Monday. You can go to a participating store and pick up the first of the Countdown Collection cards. I believe it is
Balrog.
The Balrog. So there you go.
Das Balrogen.
And all the details about the Countdown Collection we have talked about on the website, but check out those articles. You can find links to them in case you are not familiar with the Countdown Collection yet. The cards are definitely something you do not want to miss out on if you're a collector or just interested in pretty things, because they certainly are.
Pretty things.
How's that mango smoothie, man?
It's so good. You know, one of the reasons I think I'm enjoying it so much is I just got back from playing soccer, and it's like 100 degrees out there, and I just burned myself out pretty bad again, and so this mango smoothie's just doing it for me.
Boy, I'm sure
this is true bliss.
I was going to say, I'm sure this is going to be the name of the broadcast here this week.
It's
going to have something to do about the mango smoothie.
It shall be done.
All right.
All right. Everyone out there, go enjoy your smoothies this weekend.
Yeah.
Take care.